The moon still holds many secrets, and it was 50 years ago that the first men set foot on it. Apollo 17 was the sixth and last manned mission to be sent to the moon.
Start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. We have a liftoff.
Today, not a single human has set foot on the moon since then. But why? If you are a person who likes content like this, leave your like below, so I know, and I also want to know your opinion. As this strengthens the channel a lot, I ask you to subscribe and activate the notification bell to receive more videos like this. Years after 1972, NASA planned a human return to our natural satellite. But many difficulties delayed possible missions. These obstacles were not technical, but political and economic. The end of the Apollo mission in 1972 is still a research object of great interest to NASA. Thanks to its manned missions, NASA has managed to send more than 500 soil and rock samples from the satellite to institutions around the world. And scientific studies of these samples have provided important new information for understanding the history, structure, and composition of our only natural satellite. In the late 2000s, China was also interested in space exploration and competing with NASA. So they sent their own unmanned missions to the moon. These were clunky vehicles at first, but eventually became sophisticated enough to transport a rover with instruments for research on the lunar soil. This was a feat not attempted by any country or individual up to this point. Although we have not returned to the moon, today we know in detail its surface relief and mineral composition. The most notable examples of human interest in the moon are the unmanned robotic probes sent to photograph and collect information about the lunar surface. Among these probes, we highlight the LRO, which is the acronym for Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter. LRO is a NASA space probe that was launched in 2009 with the aim of taking a detailed scan of the moon's surface. The spacecraft is equipped with a series of scientific instruments that allow it to photograph the moon in high resolution and accurately map its surface. LRO is also monitoring the lunar environment and its variations to help prepare for future manned missions to the moon. This probe is currently in orbit at a speed of 1.6 kilometers per second and at a distance of 50 kilometers from the lunar soil. Even with all the space vehicles launched by both NASA and China, the moon remains a fascinating object that raises many questions and has been the focus of many theories and speculations over the years. Although it has been explored by humans and space probes, there is still a lot we don't know about it. Some of the moon's mysteries include its origin, the presence of water on its surface, and the changes that occur in its crust and interior. The moon is also an important place for scientific research and can give us valuable insights into the solar system and the universe as a whole. And knowing many things that the moon has, human beings have not given up on making another manned trip to the moon again. We can say NASA has not given up. The Artemis project is one of the most innovative projects that NASA is putting into practice, as it consists of making equipment, making another manned trip to the moon, and building a base there. And it is also related to a manned trip to the planet Mars in 2030. With the Artemis missions, NASA will land the first woman and the first black person on the moon, using innovative technologies to explore more of the lunar surface than ever before. We will collaborate with commercial and international partners and establish the first long-term presence on the moon. Then we'll use what we've learned on and around the moon to take the next giant leap, sending the first astronauts to Mars. Reports from NASA. For this project to happen completely, Artemis took action, and the first step was taken in the early morning of November 16, 2022. A super powerful rocket called the Space Launch System was launched together with the Orion capsule, which went straight to the lunar satellite, orbiting there, staying 25 days, traveling approximately 2 million kilometers, and after that, returned to Earth on December 11, 2022, making a landing in the Pacific Ocean. This was one of the first steps. But beyond ensuring the return of humans to the moon, NASA has big ambitions, such as establishing a human presence in a sustainable way, that is, building a permanent base on the lunar soil by 2024. Indeed, the Artemis mission is the starting point for more ambitious and distant space missions such as Mars. But before we return to Earth's natural satellite, U.S. agencies are working with program partners on a range of technologies. The innovative ones, mainly devices that will allow humans to live off the resources found on the moon. Humanity will take a new step on the surface of the moon, which will be the Artemis 3 mission. Thinking of a long, who knows, long stay this time. NASA says it is returning to the moon for scientific discoveries, economic benefits, and inspiration for a new generation of exploration. The Artemis generation. While maintaining American leadership in exploration, they will build a global alliance and explore deep space for the benefit of all. Did you like the video? If so, share it with your friends and family. Leave your like, your comment, your subscription, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. And until next time.